Black Ops 7 is by far the worst launch in Call of Duty's history. Everyone hates this game. The story is bad, the campaign is cringe, the zombies are whatever, multiplayer, who honestly even cares at this point? This is a complete soulless money grab if you're being lenient and kind at this point, honestly. And why is this video starting like this? I have no idea, but I like it. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of enjoy it.
Couldn't find love on Earth. Maybe I'll find it on Mars.
I want to be the first human to ever.
Just a couple weeks ago, we had Battlefield making fun of this exact marketing strategy. The Activision executives brain dead as ever, and that really is the best way to describe Black Ops 7.
Now, granted, I appreciate Activision CEOs, people at high positions, everyone from the developers to the floor sweepers being brain dead at Activision. It has granted me a extreme amount of things to talk about and enjoy the downfall of. I am, for one, extremely thankful at the poor decision making at Activision Blizzard.
Soulless experience from a franchise that has been this way for a very long time. Greedy as ever though, and the one thing that has become obvious the last couple weeks is the fact that this franchise is running scared. There is desperation that you feel from the development team, that they know that they are about to have an off year here with Black Ops 7, and all indication, all the data coming in indicates that's exactly what's happening. Now the thing is with Black Ops 7, we knew for a while now that this was going to be a total disaster, especially on the campaign side of things. Insiders and yeah, they were reporting this months.
Insiders? I don't need an insider. All I needed to do was look at this trailer, look at the absolute backwoman of strong leader who was plucked out of straight plucked out from Starfield Shattered Space de Varun to know that, oh my god, this thing is gonna be absolute garbage.
Ago as of April, Call of Duty 2025's campaign might be open world, similar to that of Modern Warfare 3 2023. Yeah, the Warzone-esque experience that nobody likes, nobody enjoys. Rumor claims campaign may not be developed by Raven and could potentially be worse than Modern Warfare 3 of 2023. This info is not confirmed. Well, it's confirmed now. And the thing is, as soon as they announced that we're going to have back-to-back installments in the Black Ops franchise, we all had flashbacks to what happened a couple of years ago with Modern Warfare when it had Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3. They have totally dishonored this franchise. They introduced these newer installments to a new generation and they did a disservice. I really...
If you're a zoomer, you may actually not know it, but Call of Duty was actually once like a militaristic shooter and things like that. And now it's, well, a burning tree/brush is a pretty apt way to, you know, describe what's happening.
We cannot describe to the people that are just playing this franchise nowadays what these franchises, Modern Warfare, Black Ops, meant all those years ago, 15 or so. Like some of the installments I was never crazy for, like Modern Warfare 3, but it had iconic moments. That's nostalgia that I really only can describe to people, the feeling that I had when you opened up the submarine doors and you were fighting in New York City in Modern Warfare 3. That was the
This did look cool. I remember watching this and being like, oh, at least this kind of looks cool. Very over the top, overblown, but at least it's kind of cool.
Assignment that Call of Duty no longer enjoys. The last Call of Duty franchise, especially in the campaign side, that really felt like they were trying was Modern Warfare 2019. Since then, they've just been, it's been piss poor attempts, and you see that again here with Black Ops.
God, I love my strong, independent woman protagonists. And by the way, as everything Activision Blizzard, she's also crippled. God, I love it. Okay, it's not enough to have a diverse female of power. She also needs to be crippled now. That's my favorite part about this. Activision has seriously completely stepped over any boundaries.
7. And yeah, some of the reviews and stuff, Black Ops 7's campaign has done the impossible. It's brought the entire community together and agreeing it is...
Also, by the way, boys, listen, has anyone played this? I know a lot of people have not played this time because it's just so visibly garbage, but there are some people who have probably played this, and I want you to answer. Write in the comments down below, timestamp this, and tell me, where in the campaign does, the white man in your squad reveal that he's gay? Because everyone knows that that probably happened somewhere.
Terrible. The campaign has no pause menu and no AI teammates for solo players. It's an always online nightmare. Just imagine they were planning to sell this at $80 and the next yearly installment's probably going to be $80. It's just, this franchise is getting more and more insulting with the content that it provides.
You know what I like? My favorite part about this slop is the like super generic kind of Mexican-ish names of people like Mendez. Like every name. Mason, 50-50, that's the girl. There's a 50% chance that she's rolling with a package because modern day Activision. Ignore that one. But I love this. I love this. Mendez, Raul. You gotta appreciate the little stupid stuff.
It's to players. It doesn't feel like they're even trying at all, Treyarch and Activision and everybody that's working on this. And even when they talk to people in the press, it doesn't seem like they care all that much. Yeah, and if you somehow avoided social media, this is Black Ops 7. There's big old boss fights. You fight Harper at one point. It is
Harper. She's like, it's like they're allergic to common normal names. It is insane. But you know what else is insane? That you can like this video right now and subscribe. Hype it up on a mobile device if you're at it. It takes less than a second, helps out the channel. I greatly appreciate it. And it's the good thing to do. And if you think this stuff is important, then definitely like the video right now. It takes less than a second. Thank you for everyone who does it. It really helps the channel, and I actually do appreciate it. So thank you, everyone.
This is Black Ops 7 here in 2025. Again, the marketing for this, Black Ops 2, you're going to have a nostalgia trip. It's an actual proper sequel, but this is what they cooked up instead. And yeah.
Based.
That is not what people expected. Like, Call of Duty Black Ops...
We watched this yesterday, by the way.
Always leaned into some of the absurd stuff, but there's levels to this. Like, it was never this crazy. And I think that's the big issue people have with this. Yeah, that's that bad. And as this individual also points out, there's also a mission where you team up with zombies. I was not joking where I said they're just reusing and recycling. Yeah, reusing and recycling content. Like, I understand that a lot of franchises, they have to do that. But to the level, the extent that Call of Duty has gotten away with this over the years, it honestly is absurd with the premium price that they're forcing people to pay day one. And yeah, as this individual points out, there's weapon rarities here, there's bullet sponge enemies, it's just not fun, and honestly, it's a fucking abomination compared to what we used to have. We'll talk more about the campaign in a second, because there's a lot more going on here. Like, a couple of weeks ago...
I wonder how bad the sales really are for this, because it's really all... It's kind of hard to judge Activision games because the Battle.net launcher. Now, the Battle.net launcher is losing relevance as time passes because it's garbage. There was a time, I don't know, 10 years ago, when the Battle.net launcher was awesome. I enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure most people enjoyed it because it was very simple. It was very great. You just open it up. It's there. It's simple to understand. You got your games that you have right here on this side. They're all there. They update if you put it on. And then you can buy the other Blizzard games. Simple. Great. There were no ads. There was no buy a slop mount for 100 euros even you don't own the game. None of that garbage. It was great. It was great. But now... That's how the launcher is just absolute AIDS. What can I honestly say else about it? It's bloated. It's ununderstandable. It's a complete mess. So, I would not be surprised if, as years pass, the Blizzard launcher becomes absolutely redundant. The same way as Bethesda had their own launcher and then they decide, okay, no one likes to use it because we're a garbage company. And the same thing happens. And, But still, it has some power. So this is why it's actually hard to evaluate how poorly COD is performing. But I mean, at this point, I think it's easily callable that this is the worst performing COD in the history of the franchise.
We heard about the competition in the FPS space, and we also heard that Activision executives apparently didn't give a shit about any of that. Based on their actions since then, I do think they are. But yes, as of August, Activision leadership isn't worried about Battlefield 6 because Call of Duty is too big to fail.
Based.
The one big mistake here was that they didn't need to worry just about Battlefield 6, but also Ark fucking Raiders. It is important just to
Someone commented this on yesterday's video, by the way. Remember the guy who ruined Battlefield with the, one-handed... Oh, wait, this game also has a one-handed strong independent woman that saves you. Nice. But the previous, I think it was Battlefield 5 that had the World War II strong independent crippled woman that always saved you. And who was he? The financial officer or the marketing director or someone really important who said, well, if you don't like it, don't buy it. And then he got absolutely destroyed because, well, gamers did not buy it. Turns out that guy is the lead, pretty much the main potato when it comes to Ark Raiders. And he actually learned from that experience of destroying Battlefield 5 or whichever game that was. I'm pretty sure it was the Battlefield 5. And he even gives interviews about Ark nowadays, and he's like, "Oh yeah. Previously wrong choices. Now we no longer do this." He actually learned from that situation and is not repeating it, which is kind of insane. These people typically never learn, but this guy did.
Understand that Treyarch responded to this question about franchise fatigue, and this is what they say. They are worried about this. This was just a couple weeks ago in September, towards the end of the month. This was a Treyarch senior director saying, I think the honest answer is yes, I worry about that. Obviously, there was a plan with the 2 Modern Warfare games, and then this. They knew behind the scenes that they were in for a rough year. We'll see what this franchise does in the future.
They weren't in for a rough year. There's no such thing as franchise fatigue. This is just some bullshit Kathleen Kennedy made up to cover up her absolute destruction and obliteration of the Star Wars franchise. There is no such thing as fatigue. Okay, even if you release $80 slop every single year, as long as it's fun, as long as it's good, people are gonna buy it. This one's just obviously not good. It's garbage.
We're excited about the opportunities it gave us, but we'd all be dead lying if we said we weren't worried about that. And then it said here in this Pure Xbox article, the 2 Modern Warfare games, part of that quote, refer to MW2 and MW3, which also launched back-to-back in 2022 and 2023. Despite Modern Warfare 3 turning things around towards the end of its life cycle with its multiplayer, it launched in a stripped-back state, especially the short single-player campaign, which was a big factor in their lower review score for it. And Black Ops 7 has followed a similar trajectory. So this is the current player base for this game, of all Call of Duty on the app. This is supposed to be a massive launch. Black Ops 6 had 300,000, upwards of 300,000 players. Black Ops 7 peaked at 86,000. Maybe it sees a little bit of an increase.
Yeah. Again, just this number alone is absolute destruction. There are some people with ridiculously low IQs who are in the comments and saying, but this game is actually on Game Pass, from Xbox, the company that literally gave up on games because their games are garbage and no one wants to use it. Game Pass that had to bump up its pricing because it was not profitable. That Game Pass, yes, all the billions and trillions and gajillions of people are on Game Pass. Yeah, no, that's autistic. That is really, really, really stupid.
It's probably not going to crack 100,000. That has to be scaring, terrifying the Activision executives, especially the moronic individuals.
It doesn't matter if it does. If it doesn't even matter if it cracks 100,000. It doesn't even matter if it magically cracks 150,000. By every metric possible, there is no way that this is a success. There is no way that this is profitable. This is 100% a disaster.
Weren't worried about the FPS space in competition. This is why I say, especially with video games, genres, just any genre, having competition is good. It is the sole reason why, as of late, we saw Activision make a number of concessions, like no skill-based matchmaking. That was a big thing, but the only reason why they did that was because of the threat of Battlefield 6. And the reason why they toned down all those wacky Fortnite skins, again, Battlefield 6, although I definitely don't think any of them had any, worry about Arc Raiders, which has exceeded both of those games right now. And just to compare, on Steam right now, as you can see in the last month, you have in red Battlefield 6, in blue you have Arc Raiders, just massive launches, over 400,000 players in just the last couple of days, right around that. And then you have Call of Duty, which...
Yeah, as soon as Arc Raiders figures out a way to actually make item progression not random gibberish, because the matches are really fun. The matches are really fun. You know what just happened? I fucking found a really good sniper rifle off a dead person that I did not shoot. He was just dead. He was just dead, and I actually just picked it up. I couldn't find any rubber to make any shield rechargers. And it was 3 minutes until extraction in the night raid. And I was in the dam, and I had never been down there in the dam, the first map there. And I did not make it back. I did not know. I did not make it back. I tried to go up, and there was like a 15 billion arc shit. It was great. It was great. It was an experience. And the matchmaking is just so fun. The game is just so fun. Imagine you actually add a loot that makes sense. Because let's be real. 90% of people, well, 95% of people playing Arc Raiders currently have absolutely no idea what any of the loot fucking does. Okay? No one has any idea what loot is valuable and what is not. And even the coloration, basic, common, and whatnot, often actually doesn't help. It's just so unbelievably bad. And this game is still absolutely amazing. Okay? And Arc Raiders is still ridiculously fun.
Yeah, it was right around 30, 40, and it only peaked at around just about 80, 90 in the last couple of days. That is horrible, especially when you compare it to Black Ops 6, which last year had upwards of 300,000. That's why when people make the argument, well, no, you're not making an accurate comparison because a lot of people play on the Xbox app, blah, 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 because many of these individuals were on Steam last year. Nothing
she really also has a pig leg! Holy yes, slay Activision!
Changed, except for the fact that this is a horrific installment and there is actual competition right now in the FPS space. Now, this brings us to, just again, this is some of the stuff that has gotten people so bored of this franchise. That's why franchise fatigue is real, and that is why Treyarch devs...
Again, I don't believe franchise fatigue is real. I refuse to accept it. Like, every time people someone brings up franchise fatigue, it's just... The franchise has billions, millions, quadrillions of followers, people, buyers, fans, and everything. But the game's just really ass. And then people bring up, it's franchise fatigue. I think it just has everything to do with the fact that the game's ass. I really, really do, I really do, not gonna lie. In any case, that was Legacy Kill HD, a 10 out of 10. Bye-bye.